In Africa, when a woman gets pregnant, there is this joy and happiness in the air. It's like a new era is just around the corner. Then, when this baby is finally born, there is more joy in the atmosphere. It is such a beautiful atmosphere. But what if I tell you that in the same Africa, our very own Africa, there are some kinds of children that once they are born, brings nothing but sadness, sorrow, pain and bitterness to their parents and family. These children are said to be born to die, like from the moment of their birth. The day of their death is registered. That is to say, they are born to die young. Now, this story is particularly important for intending couples, married couples, and those who intend to have children. In addition, I recommend that you watch this video to the very end so you know how you can avoid giving birth to such children. What comes to mind when you hear the Yoruba word Abiku or the Igbo word Omanje? Abiku in Yoruba can be translated in English as born to die or predestined to die. The term is used to refer to children who die before puberty and then reincarnate, return to the world and die again before puberty. Like they keep going around the cycle for as long as they wish. These children are believed to belong to a fraternity of demons living in the woods, especially about and within large Ilogu trees and around the trunks of huge silk trees. Once they leave their spiritual group, a gathering of lost children who live within the Ilogu tree, they live with a sworn promise to return to the fold at a specific time. As joyful as it is to have a child, these children bring untold hardship and pain to their parents, and even sometimes repeat the painful process. Their process of departure into the spirit realm kicks off with a heavy attack of strange sickness and convulsion, which the native medicine men see as obvious signs of Abiku. After days of constant fever and convulsions, they finally give up their physical attachment to the earth and return to their mates in the spirit world. So, how did the mystery of the Abiku come into existence in the first place? Well, it has been in existence for as long as the Yoruba race has been in history. It was discovered by traditional medicine men who named them because of the short lifespan the Abiku possesses and the ability to have recurrent earthly lives with a singular goal of tormenting their earthly parents. Once they die, these children are buried in an evil forest or deep inside a dense forest with lacerations on their bodies. The reason for the slash or cuts is more as a punishment and disgrace as they return to their spirit mates, and also to instantly recognize them once they reincarnate and are reborn into the world. Apart from the inflicted marks which give them away when they are reborn, they also bear special and specific names to distinguish them. Names such as Durosimi, Banjoko, Kosoko, and several others. But here is the question everyone seems to be asking, especially in these modern times. Is the Abiku phenomenon certainly true, or is it a likely trait of sickle cell anemia or any other disease that leads to infant mortality? In pre-colonial times in Yoruba land and Africa, there was no technology to test the blood genotype for intending couples. Everything was based on love, family pedigree, and the relationships between families. People were generally ignorant about this medical issue, so sickle cell anemia may have been very rampant in the past because men and women got hooked with no knowledge of the blood group of their intending spouses. The traditional medicine men could not have diagnosed a simple biological abnormality with a name that best describes what the child is going through when having a crisis, a common situation that sufferers of sickle cell anemia undergo when their white blood cells can no longer fight infections and protect them. By the early 60s, most intending couples still did not check their blood group and genotype. And even now in 2024, a couple of cases still go unchecked, especially when couples ignore all warnings or in cases of ill-timed pregnancy where abortion was not an option. Today, with increasing technological advancements, is it safe to say that the Abiku phenomenon may just be an absurd superstition, a simple case of hereditary taint which leads to infant mortality cases, a case of sickle cell anemia, I will leave you to answer that in the comments below. One thing is sure, professionals from traditional medicine and beliefs practitioners would argue for and against the existence of abikus, while medical doctors would also argue for the fact that if anyone with an AS blood genotype marries an AS, there is a high probability that they would give birth to a child with the SS gene. Even though today's technology now has measures of managing and controlling pre and after birth treatment for sickle cell patients, there is a thin line between traditional medicine beliefs and orthodox medicine. Abiku may just be or may have become that intersection, bringing the much needed dialogue and balance between science and tradition. Finally, I leave you with this warning. As a young man or young woman, you must know the blood group and the genotype of any man or woman you are going out with to avoid situations that will make you think that your problems are spiritual. Please follow me on Facebook and subscribe to my channel on YouTube. And don't forget to share this video to educate your friends and family. Thank you.